Hey, it's Heidi. Welcome back for another video. If you're new here, I help smart, successful people fix their dysfunctional relationships so that they can really have the life they want. You know, you can have everything else, right? You can even have like a home and a beautiful things and stuff. But if you have a relationship that makes you full of anxiety or sadness or makes you feel rage or resentment, then you can really feel like you don't have anything. So I want to help you put that into perspective and have it all, really. Have what you really desire and deserve. Here's the crazy thing. Sometimes people are in dysfunctional relationships and they don't even know it, right? Until it's like the crap really hits the fan and they're like, oh my God, I think this might not be as healthy for me. And it's kind of dire straits. My goal is to provide the education and insight and the tools that you need to get the help that you need earlier, so it doesn't have to be this such a blow up type of thing. I want to talk about a behind the scenes, maybe not as familiar as most dysfunctional or toxic relationships, and this is kind of like a covert kind of behavior, the behavior of being a hero or a fixer in your relationships. This actually is a dysfunctional behavior pattern. And if you're doing it in your life, what it feels like is you're constantly running to the rescue of everybody else. You're last on the list. You have caseloads instead of friendships. You're constantly the first person everybody calls when it's the fan. You're like, here I come to save the day, you know, and you really can't help yourself. It feels like it's embedded in you, in your DNA to help. But what happens is when you need the help, if you actually admit that you do, because sometimes vulnerability is a dirty word for you and you want to look like you have it all together. But if you do need help, it's like nobody ever knows it, right? They're like, oh no, you're tough, you're strong, you can handle anything. And you're like, I'm sinking over here, but nobody would know. And so by the time actually you get to the point of reaching out, it's like, it feels like it's almost too late. You're a ticking time bomb. Maybe you're self-medicating. Maybe you're isolating. Maybe you're about to blow up or implode. Maybe you're numbing something in order to take that edge off. And so let's get into this behavior today, how it shows up and what you can do about it today so that you can get your life back, right? From other people, from everybody else. And actually you be the heroine of your own life instead of run to everybody else's rescue all the time. How it typically happens is you grow up in a really toxic or turbulent childhood upbringing. It doesn't have to be like alcoholism or addiction. It can just be like a narcissistic parent, not just, but or an even absent parent or just general dysfunction. I'm going to use alcoholism as an example today. Let's say you grew up in that kind of environment and you're the kid, like you're 9 going on 40. So you're the one that keeps this house together. You're doing the dishes every night. You're cooking the meals. You're getting the other siblings ready for bed. You're waking them up for school. You're captain of the cheerleading squad or the football team. You're making straight A's. You're an exceller in your life. Wow, you're doing awesome things, right? And all of a sudden the alcoholic or the dysfunctional person's like, well, I can't be that bad. Look at Sally. Sally makes straight A's. Bobby's the captain of the football team. My drinking's not that bad. It's like they get a false sense of being a good parent because of your success and how you're coping. But what? You're not successful because of your parenting. You're successful in spite of your parenting, right? So the problem happens is like you get so much self-esteem from actually taking care of everybody else. All of a sudden you start to equate your worthiness with providing for other people, with being the first person that people can count on. You're like super responsible, right? However, you vacillate then between super responsible and super irresponsible because eventually you just get tired of the weight of the world on your shoulders and everybody else coming to you for everything. So then you just check out, right? Run, numb, implode. So you get to adulthood and then you start to wonder, why am I attracting all these people with so many issues? Can't I just find a normal person who can like be a true partner to me? Why am I attracting men that are emotionally unavailable and can't quite get their shit together? Why am I attracting women who are like kind of crazy and I have to constantly run in and like save the day and save them from themselves? What's going on with me that I constantly get in these relationships where I'm giving, and people are taking. Well, because you become the hero and you are the fixer. And people who are going to be attracted to that from you are going to be people who need fixed, who are more than willing to say, yeah, come take care, come fix everything. And part of you, again, is getting a false sense of self-esteem from that, because you are the provider or the fixer in your dynamic. And so you feel like, oh yeah, but you and I both know at the end of the day, that's empty. Because no matter how much you keep running to the rescue, no matter how much you keep pouring your heart and soul into this person or these multiple people, it's not working. And then you start to get resentful that they're not actually taking the advice that you're giving them. They're not actually becoming the human you know they can be. And now you start to get pissed. Because here you are sacrificing yourself for them, and they don't even appreciate it. They don't even know what you're doing, right? They don't get it. Well, you know who doesn't get it? We don't get it, right? We're the ones that are going to have to be the person to finally step up and take responsibility for the behavior that's going down, for the struggling we're doing, the settling, the sacrificing, the sucking it up, the constantly being last on the list. Because I'm going to tell you something, hero. Nobody else is going to come to you. You know why? They think you got this. They think, oh, you're so strong. Nothing bothers you. But you and I both know behind closed doors, it's time something needs to change. You're feeling completely overwhelmed, anxious, unloved, unappreciated, disrespected, devalued. It's time to put yourself first for a change. How do I know so much about this? Because I was that person. I climbed the corporate ladders. I had all the success, but I was in a dysfunctional relationship with somebody I was pulling along for a decade, trying to get them to see their value and mine, right? Trying to fix everything. And behind closed doors, I was binge drinking, overeating, medicating. Never let them see you sweat out here, but behind closed doors, man, it was a whole different story. So if you can relate to this today, I'm going to encourage you. Take the next steps that you need right now today to stop this self-sabotage, this self-destructive cycle that you're in, this pattern of picking these people and staying in these relationships too long and trying to fix the people that you're with, and start to work on yourself instead. I promise you that's one investment that will pay off in spades. I promise you. How do I know you're an overachiever? You're going to get it done. All right, go to lovecoachheidi.com and send me an inquiry about how to work together. I would love to come alongside of you and help to rectify some of this behavior, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody that is dysfunctional or even toxic, and you need to learn how to stop trying to run to their rescue all the time and untangle and untether. I can help you do that. All right, I look forward to seeing you over in my inbox, and if not, I'll see you in another video really soon. Take excellent care of yourself. Love yourself first for a change.